y'all, it's Shana from Creative Chaos in Tennessee, and today I'm back with another Scraps to Embellishments video. This week's theme is on safari, so anything that you would see on a safari. And today I am doing this cute little elephant, and I know it looks a little weird because it's only like half an elephant, but I designed it. I actually used this from a Marjorie Ann Designs cut file, but it was actually a baby girl cut file, and I decided to not do the umbrella and all those parts of it, and just do it so that it could be a little peeker over the edge of a journal box or a photo mat or whatever. So that's my intentions with it. So I am going to just ink it all up, and normally I ink all in the same color, but I decided for this one that I would just ink in light colors, so pink on the pink and black on the gray. And this one's the base, so it doesn't need to be inked. And then I'm just going to go around and lightly ink all of these. I did give it a little extra in the cheek area, since its face would have been a little bit darker where its trunk comes down. And you could choose not to ink these and just put them together, but the inking really brings out all the little parts of it and gives it its personality. It makes a huge difference in how it looks. And I ink all the pieces. You could totally use your tweezers to hold the pieces if you didn't want to get it on your fingers. Alright, there's all the black pieces done. Uh-oh. And it shed a little bit on there, so make sure you don't rub it off. Tap it, because if not, it'll leave a streak across your paper. Alright, so I'm going to use saltwater taffy on here, just because it's a little bit different shade of pink. And I'm just going to lightly ink. Now, if you had black ink all over your hands, I would recommend going and washing your hands before you start with a lighter color, because if not, you're going to have it all over you, or all over your piece, and then it's hard to get off. And I did cut these out of 2 different shades of pink. I don't know if the camera picks that up or not, but there's not a huge difference, but just enough to make a difference. Okay, so everything's inked. Now we are just going to work on assembling it. So, y'all know I like to work on assembling multiple part pieces first. So I put the ears together. And it's pretty easy to figure out. I mean, you're just lining up the edges to the edges. There's that one. And then these go on the ears on the top. And they just line up along the edges also. Inking it gives it so much more dimension, since you do have to keep it flat because this is a mini swap because of mailing. It still gives you a lot of dimension to give you that 3D look without adding any foam tape or anything to it. Okay, so next I am going to add the belly first. And it just lines up on the base. And then I'm going to add the ears. Okay. And then I'm going to add the face. And then I'm going to add the arms. So you have the arms here. And they're just going to tuck here at the neck and down the side. And this ink will dry a lot lighter than what it looks. Alright, and then I am going to put my hands on next. So they go here so that they're, I just put them on and then I leave a little bit of space like where the bottom part ain't glued, that way they can be tucked, the little hands over the papers or the journal box or whatever you choose to use it on. Okay, so then I'm just going to add in my toenails, I guess is what they are. There's a little flat side to them, the shape to them that goes down. And the curved part's actually up. And you could totally draw these in if you needed to, like if your machine don't like to cut that small. And then I'm just going to put his trunk on here. And then his eyes. Isn't he cute? This is what I'm talking about when I say the pen work is what makes the difference. Like, look at this little guy. This is him put together, and yes, he's cute and he's complete, but the pen work just really brings him to life and gives him the personality. So, let's do our pen work. And our cheeks. I'm gonna get my chalk. My little brush. And y'all saw me do cheeks a million times. And then I wipe it off. Just enough to give it a little bit of personality. Alright, and then we're just going to do all the little pen work. Let's see if I can zoom in a little bit. Alright, so I'm using my Jelly Roll 10. Apparently there's different numbers for these pens, and I didn't know that until recently, and apparently whenever you buy the pack, I know the one you buy at Walmart, that's where I found them to work best. The ones from Hobby Lobby are always never wanting to work. They skip a lot, but these are fantastic. But the number 10 is my favorite, but there's 3 different sizes, and the other ones are just a thinner line, but this one's my favorite. So you can tell I'm about out of ink. I'm going to have to buy some more. So you just go in and do your little pen work just to highlight different areas. And actually, let me do I use this Sharpie S-Gel one pen. I got this at Walmart also. It's like less than $5 for I think a pack of 3. But just draw him in some little eyebrows and then the eyelashes. I usually like to do the black pen work first and then go back for the white because the white does take a minute to dry. So, and then I just did all the little toenails. Alright, and that's all I'm doing for the black part. So then I just go in and highlight on the ears a little bit. Not every little thing, just hitting the highlights. Alright, and then the eyes. There's 1,000,001 different ways that you can do eyes. If you look on Pinterest, oh my gosh, there's so many different ways and looks that you can get for doing them. So definitely go on there if you're interested in like changing it up. There's different ways to do the little eyelashes and the eyes. The really key thing, I'm adding freckles. The really key thing for doing the pen work is make sure you have a finer point pen. Don't use a regular pen because it's just not fine enough and it just looks globbed on. Like if you're wanting, because that used to be my issue. I never got it, and even though I would try to be really careful, it still didn't ever turn out like I wanted and give me the look that everyone else got. And I discovered it's because of the pen. You really need a fine, thin line pen to get it to look good, so that whenever you do eyelashes and things like that, it's not all ran together. So that's going to be our little elephant for the safari theme. If you want a chance to win this little guy, all you have to do is leave me a comment on this video. Sign up start tomorrow over on Ginger's Corner. All the links will be below. Definitely go and check out what everyone else created for this swap. And thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. If you're not a subscriber, hit that subscribe button so that you don't miss whenever the giveaways times rolls around. Because I've had to redraw some because people don't claim. So definitely come back and hang out with me. And until next time, bye y'all.